ever catch yourself daydreaming about quilting in a cozy cabin surrounded by stacks of fabric, sipping hot tea while your dream long arm hums in the background? Today we're talking about quilting bucket list, and I have a feeling that yours is a lot longer than a regular bolt of fabric. Am I right? Yeah, mine is too. It's okay. Hey, welcome back to Loose Threads and Stitches, your weekly dose of quilting chaos, cozy chats, and creative encouragement. I'm your host, Christen from I See Stars Quilting, and today we're dreaming big, like Stitch energy kind of dreaming, okay? We are diving into our quilting bucket list, the dream projects, the someday machines that we want to own, the retreats, the techniques, and yes, the quilts that live rent-free in our Pinterest boards. So fluff up that design wall, grab your favorite beverage, and let's chat like we're 2 blocks into a new work in progress and already distracted. Okay, so true story. I once made an entire vision board just for my future sewing room. We're talking mood lighting, pegboard perfection, thread that matches my soul. And yes, there was definitely a, $100,000 building in there. And like everything in it was dedicated to my sewing space. And I was manifesting my own Hallmark movie plot at that point, okay? I know I'm not the only one who does that. And no, I do not have that space, okay? I work out of a spare bedroom in my house, and we do what we can with what we have, right? But that dream is still out there, and maybe someday it'll happen. Let's just say that if quilting dreams had frequent flyer miles, I would have a round trip ticket to every quilt shop in America. That's how often I go there in my mind. So today I want you to think about this with me. What's really on your quilting bucket list? And I'm not talking like the I should finish this UFO from like 2011 stuff. I mean like the big juicy dreams, the make my heart race kind of dreams, kind that feel a little ridiculous to say out loud, but we're going to say them anyway in today's episode. We have so much to get into today. I love dreaming big. I want to know if you have a dream quilt. Like, is there a quilt that you've always wanted to make, but you haven't dared make it? For me, it is a legit whole cloth quilt. Like, I want it hand quilted. I want it glorious, amazing, like show quality, museum quality, just like absolutely gorgeous. And this is hilarious because I once decided I was going to quilt an entire quilt with hand quilting, and I love doing it. I do. Okay, actually, let me retrace that back a little bit. I love the finished look of it. Okay, I don't like doing it. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I enjoy it, but I wish it took about a quarter of the time. Does that like ring true for anybody else? I mean, and of course I didn't go small on my first hand quilt that I wanted to quilt, right? I went big. It was ginormously big, okay? And there were a few times where I cried doing that one because I thought, this is never ever going to end. And what have I gotten myself into? Because by that point, I had bought all the right needles. I had bought all of this amazing like pearl cotton thread. I had bought everything for it. And I thought, there's no way I'm ever going to finish this. I mean, like the red eyes, the puffed cheeks, dramatic, like flinging of the thread snips across the room. Yeah. I might have had a temper tantrum with that one a couple times, but that quilt that I want to make, the entire whole cloth quilt, she's still in my heart. I still want to make it, and I still want to make it incredible. So, maybe your dream quilt is a double wedding ring that doesn't end in a double migraine. Or maybe it's one of those temperature quilts that actually makes it to December. If you've got one of those on your radar, I absolutely am so amazed by you. That takes incredible dedication, my friend, and you are an incredible quilter. And also, hey, if you are like double wedding ring, what? Christen, my dream quilt is literally one that gets finished before the binding becomes a chew toy, okay? I see you. You are my people. You get it. I get it. We all live under the same quilting roof of, sometimes like creativity just kind of ebbs and flows, and sometimes things get done and sometimes they don't, right? Let's talk techniques next. If you've ever said, one day I'm going to try improv, but your seams on your improv quilt are still straighter than a ruler, this one is for you. Maybe you dream of mastering foundation paper piecing without using language that will get you banned from your quilt guild. Yeah, I went there. Or diving into English paper piecing with the same enthusiasm that you reserve for your fresh pre-cuts. Yeah, maybe you've flirted with the idea of dyeing your own fabric. How amazing is that? I mean, who among us hasn't had a fantasy of becoming like this just amazing fabric dyer with ink running down to your elbows and all in with all of the different batches and the timers and all of that, like happy just splotches of ink everywhere. Maybe not all of us have had that dream, but I've certainly had that dream. Okay. So whatever it is, let's add it to that bucket list, because your dreams and all of your wants and your desires, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours. And the outcome of those dreams and everything, they don't have to be perfect either. They just have to be yours. And you have to psych yourself up to go ahead and make that dream come true. Okay. So we're going to zoom out for a second and let's talk a little bit more about big dreams like QuiltCon or like a quilt retreat that you've always wanted to go to. The kind where you show up in leggings and you drink fancy coffee and you somehow walk away with like 6 new best friends and a half-finished mystery quilt. Yeah, everybody needs that kind of quilt retreat in their life. Side note, I host quilt retreats and we have an absolute ball. If you're interested in going to a quilt retreat, but you're not comfortable going on your own to somebody that you don't even know with a lot of other women that you don't even know, I swear to you, my quilt retreats are exactly your vibe and we have a great time. And most of the people who come to our retreats, they don't know anybody either. Okay. Just me. They know me, right? So if you're interested in that, I will leave a link down in the description box down below so that you can check out some information on when my next retreat is coming up. Maybe you want to take a class with a quilting legend or finally upgrade your sewing machine so that it threads itself. A game changer on the sewing machine thing, okay? Not having to like squint and push that thread through that needle hole. Absolute game changer and well worthy of that bell and whistle price tag that comes with it. Okay. But still, if you want to go to a big event like QuiltCon or QuiltCon this year in 2026 will be in Raleigh, North Carolina. There is also an international quilt festival that is in Houston every single year around October. QuiltCon is around like February-ish and it kind of moves around. But Quilt Fest is always in Houston and it's in like the October-ish area right in there in that time of the year. I go to that one every single year. I try and make QuiltCon every single time that I can. But also, side note, if you're going to be at either one of those events, please tell me that you're going to be there and like come find me, because I'm going to be lecturing at both of those quilting conventions and I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait. It's going to be such a good time. I love going to those events and there is an energy that is it's unmatched. Okay, you can't find the energy that you can find at a quilt show or even like a local quilt show too. That energy is, I mean, it'll set your creativity on fire. Okay, so when you go to this event, there's going to be all kinds of stuff that is way above your level, and that's fine. You don't want to walk into an event knowing you are the smartest person in the room, right? Like that's not how you should live your life. You should never be the smartest person in the room if you want to continue to learn and if you want to continue to grow your skills. Walk into a room where you feel like the baby who might not belong, but you're going to be there anyways and soak it up, because that's what I love to do. And that's what I love to do when I go to those quilt shows and those conventions. I just want to soak up all of that creativity, every single ounce of it. So this is your permission slip to drool over those long arm machines that you have already named and already, may not even have a space for in your house. Okay. And it may not even be in the budget, but you are allowed to dream about all of those things, even if you know there's a good chance that it will never happen. Okay. So I want to know what's on your quilting bucket list, Star Stitcher. Is it a technique that you've been wanting to learn? Is it a quilt pattern that scares you in the best way? Is it a retreat that you've been stalking for years, but you haven't signed up for yet? I want to know everything about it. Okay. So leave it down in the comments down below. If you are brave enough to say it out loud, let's gush about it. Let's encourage each other. This is the kind of stuff that we're meant to talk about out loud. Okay. The dreams, the fun, the stuff that makes your creative heart go like, oh, yes, more of that, please. And hey, if you are dreaming about more time, support, or a community that gets it, I created something just for us. It's a place on the internet where we come and hang out as a Stitch Sister Inner Circle. It's where conversations are had and confessions happen. You'll be inspired, encouraged, and maybe just gently nudged to finally tackle that dream quilt. So links are down underneath this video in the description box for everything that I've mentioned in this video. I want to know what is at the top of your list of your dreams in the quilting world. And here's the truth, okay? You don't have to do it all right now. A bucket list is not a to-do list. That's not how I see it, at least. I see it as a dream list. And a dream list are allowed to evolve. They're allowed to sit quietly and to wait for the right season, okay? These are like things I want to do, not necessarily in the next 10 minutes, but sometime in my lifetime. This is what I want. And whatever your dream is, it matters. Even if it feels impractical or Pinterest pretty, or like a little ridiculous, if it makes your quilting heart flutter, that's the good stuff in life, right? So take a breath, go pet your favorite fat quarter, pin that dream quilt to your Pinterest board, name your future long arm machine, whatever it is that makes your heart happy, and just know that I will be cheering you on every single stitch of the way. If you loved this episode today, would you do me a favor and please share it with one of your quilting friends? Leave a comment down below and let me know that you watched it. Let me know what your dreams are. And then make sure you also subscribe to my channel on YouTube and to my Instagram as well, okay? I want to see those bucket lists. I want to see everything in your dreams and in your future. I share videos every single week on my YouTube channel where we just talk and have a really good time. So you don't want to miss next week's episode. It's going to be a good one. I'm Christen with I See Stars Quilting. I hope that you have a wonderful week and I'll talk to you soon. Create something beautiful today. Bye.